Hello dear viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel. In this video we are going to have a look at the top symptoms of bad crankshaft position sensor. The crankshaft position sensor is a critical component in your car's engine. It monitors the position and rotation of the crankshaft, providing crucial data to the engine control unit. When this sensor fails, it can cause a range of issues that impact your vehicle's performance and drivability. Let's have a look at some of the top symptoms exhibited by bad crankshaft sensor. 1. Engine won't start. In extreme cases, if the crankshaft position sensor is faulty, the engine control unit won't be able to accurately determine the position of the crankshaft. This can prevent the engine from starting at all, leaving you stranded. The engine may crank, but simply refuse to fire up. This is one of the most obvious and serious symptoms of bad crankshaft position sensor. 2. Difficulty starting the engine. If you find yourself cranking for longer than usual, it might indicate a problem with the crankshaft position sensor. The ECU relies on this data to start up the engine smoothly. If there are some intermittent signals being generated by the crankshaft position sensor, that can cause difficulty starting the engine. 3. Intermittent stalling. With a failing crankshaft position sensor, the engine may intermittently stall while driving. This is because the ECU is not receiving the proper crankshaft position data, causing the engine to lose timing and shut off. The stalling may happen at random intervals, making it difficult to diagnose. It can be extremely dangerous, putting you at risk of breakdown in the middle of the traffic. A bad sensor can send incorrect signal to the ECU, causing the engine to stall unexpectedly while driving. This can be very dangerous, especially at high speeds. If your engine stalls frequently, it could be a sign of bad crankshaft position sensor. This is especially true if the stalling occurs when you are driving at low speeds or idling. 4. Rough idle. A faulty crankshaft position sensor can cause the engine to idle roughly, with noticeable variations and uneven running. This is because the ECU is not getting the correct crankshaft position information, leading to improper fuel and ignition timing. Rough idling is not only unpleasant, but it can also indicate more serious underlying issues if left unaddressed. 5. Engine misfiring. When the crankshaft position sensor is failing, the engine may experience misfiring. This is where one or more of the cylinders are not firing properly, leading to rough, uneven running. Misfiring can be caused by ECU receiving inaccurate crankshaft position data, resulting in improper fuel injection and ignition timing. This can cause loss of power and decreased fuel efficiency. If your vehicle is experiencing inconsistent power or vibration, a faulty crankshaft position sensor could be the problem. This sensor helps control ignition timing, and when it fails, your engine can misfire. 6. Check engine light illumination. One of the most obvious signs of a bad crankshaft position sensor is the illumination of a check engine light on your dashboard. The ECU will detect the sensor failure and set a diagnostic trouble code, triggering the warning light. This is the car's way of alerting you to the problem. So, it is important to have the code read and issues addressed as soon as possible. If the light comes on, it could signal a problem with the crankshaft position sensor, among other things. Always get your vehicle diagnosed if the check engine light is turned on. 5. Erratic RPM readings. If you notice that your tachometer is jumping around or showing inconsistent RPM, then the crankshaft position sensor may be malfunctioning, affecting how the engine runs. If your engine speed is fluctuating unexpectedly, it could indicate that the sensor is sending inconsistent signals. 8. Poor fuel economy. A failing crankshaft position sensor can lead to inefficient fuel usage, causing your vehicle to consume more gas than normal. When the sensor malfunctions, it can lead to improper fuel mixture, causing your vehicle to consume more gas than usual. 9. Poor acceleration. A faulty crankshaft position sensor can also make it difficult to accelerate, especially when you are driving uphill or when you are trying to merge onto a highway. You may notice lack of power or hesitation when you need it most. If your car hesitates or struggles to accelerate, it could be due to a faulty crankshaft position sensor affecting the fuel injection timing. Bad sensor can cause delayed throttle response, making it feel like your vehicle is sluggish when you press the gas pedal. 10. Overheating. In some cases, a malfunctioning crankshaft position sensor can cause the engine to run too hot, leading to potential damage if not addressed. A malfunctioning crankshaft position sensor can disrupt the engine's timing, potentially leading to engine overheating. 11. Backfiring. If you hear a popping noise from the exhaust or the intake, it could be a sign that the sensor is sending incorrect timing data to the engine. When the spark that is provided by the ignition system is not timed correctly, you might hear a popping sound either in the exhaust, or if the ignition is very early, you might hear the popping sound in the intake. Either way, backfiring is not good for your vehicle. That can be indicative of a bad crankshaft position sensor. 12. Poor engine performance. Bad crankshaft position sensor can also cause your engine to perform poorly. You may notice lack of power, hesitation, or stumbling when accelerating, making it difficult to merge onto highway or making it difficult for your vehicle to climb a hill. So poor engine performance can sometimes be associated with bad crankshaft position sensor. Finally, 13. Transmission issues. A bad crankshaft position sensor can affect automatic transmission shifting timing, leading to rough or delayed shifting in some automatic transmission vehicles. So these are some of the top symptoms that are indicated by bad crankshaft position sensor. A failing crankshaft position sensor can cause wide range of problems as mentioned earlier. The engine might be having starting problem, it might be having rough idle, or it might be having misfire. It is a critical component that should be addressed promptly to avoid further damage or to compromise the safety of your vehicle. If you experience any of the above mentioned symptoms, then it is important to have your vehicle diagnosed by a professional as soon as possible before the bad crankshaft position sensor issue leads to further problems. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you regarding symptoms of bad crankshaft position sensor. If you find this video helpful, please smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, do consider subscribing and also turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.